Coming up on BG Today, an abortion rally on campus fosters community and controversy. What both sides of the aisle have to say.
And I took to campus in celebration of World Teachers Day today, what students are sharing about their favorite educators.
Plus, BGSU Volleyball continues to rampage through the MAC as they sweep the Ohio Bobcats and they gear up to take on the Northern Illinois Huskies.
Live from the campus of Bowling Green State University.
But first, it's time to start applying for financial aid. Welcome to BG Today. I'm Claire Mitchell.
And I'm Brandon Lowe. Scholarship applications for Bowling Green students are now open to complete. You can fill those out through your My BGSU account. Just log in and scroll down to the Scholarship Opportunities card on your home screen. Plus, the 2023-24 free application for federal student aid is now open. To get started, visit studentaid.gov.
Last week, students took to campus exercising their right to rally. BG24 reporter Olivia Hartpence has all the details.
Anger, sorrow, passion. These were just some of the emotions last week when the BGSU Dems held an abortion rally at the Union Oval Thursday. Abortion protests have increased as a result of Roe v. Wade overturning last June, and the university is no exception. Last week's events rallied for reproductive freedoms, a cause that has personal ties to many students. One student in particular is Daniel Webster, who shares how much reproductive rights matter to trans men.
I'm trans, and I have not had the chance to transition yet, so the fact that anything can happen and then I have to give birth to a baby as a male does not make me feel very comfortable. It just doesn't feel right, and obviously other females should be able to have that option. You don't have to do that. It's not okay, really.
Another student found a different reason to come to the rally Thursday. Jacob Palucha was one of several members of the BGSU Republicans who came to encourage more pro-life legislation in the government.
The reason to be out here is to keep this country pro-life, and we know Roe v. Wade just got overturned. Our goal is to keep that overturned, and we want people to go out and vote for pro-life politicians, and that's why we're out here.
This rally comes at the heels of the midterm elections this November, where abortion is a hot topic among running candidates. Both sides are encouraged to get registered and get voting to make sure their voices are heard. Reporting for BG24, I'm Olivia Hartpence.
And as students rallied for reproductive freedoms, local legislators pushed for their own stances as well. This Monday, a city ordinance was proposed against unlawful discrimination. Councilman Nick the ordinance, and it would amend the definition of unlawful discrimination to include pregnancy, childbirth, or other sexual reproductive health decisions.
The Jewish community is celebrating their most important holiday of the year. Yom Kippur falls 10 days after Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year. BG24 spoke with Hillel, the Center for Jewish Life on campus. They shared how the day is all about apologizing, making right, and rebuilding relationships. And for VP of Jewish Culture, Michelle, it's all about starting over.
I can cry. I partake in vidui, which is in Hebrew, it's like you knock on your chest 3 times during the service and you just pray that the people you may have wronged, have a good life,
BG24 wishes the Jewish community an easy fast. They're also hosting a Break the Fast event tonight. You can join them at 7:30 p.m.
A leader, caring, and a role model. Now, these are just some of the words students use to describe teachers. And in honor of World Teacher Day today, I took to campus to ask students about their favorite educator and what got them that title. Let's take a look.
I believe a teacher is someone who wants to help others grow. They take pride in being able to see someone accomplish their goals and get to what their dreams are. And I just think a teacher is a person who really wants to actually be a part of that journey.
I think a teacher is somebody who is respectable and shows you how good you can be as a student, somebody that wants you to succeed.
A teacher to me is someone who is a good role model and a good leader, and someone who has a passion for something and wants to share it to everybody.
Someone who's supportive.
Someone who can make you feel at home wherever you are. They make you feel calm and connected and really help you understand anything that you're struggling with.
So my favorite teacher on campus currently, he's actually retiring this year, is Joseph Lavalette. He's a construction management teacher, professor. And The reason why he is my favorite professor is he is just so straightforward with you, and like if you have a question, he won't sugarcoat nothing. He'll tell you honestly what's going on and what you need to learn to become a better version of yourself.
My high school AP language and literature teacher, she was my all-time favorite. She was just so consistent and sweet and kind and smart and really expected the best out of her students, but pushed us in a way that was productive and kind and caring.
Well, my favorite professor here at BGSU was Kelly Taylor because she really was passionate about the field of journalism, and she always made sure that you were on your stuff. So
I believe my favorite teacher would be my high school AP European history teacher because he made me really actually want to do the work. Like, he pushed me to better myself as both a learner, but also just better myself in like outside class. He was there for me, he helped me like talk about things. I think I just value that a lot more now that I am studying to be a teacher.
My favorite teacher is Professor Poppy in the Criminal Justice Department. She runs the criminal justice learning community, and she's a really good supporter for everybody in the learning community and all criminal justice students.
Such kind words for our teachers, and I would say for myself, shout out to Miss Richards back home. Thank you for letting us stand on the desks when we just needed a little bit of a dance break. But you were also a great teacher. Say a thank you to your teachers today here at BGSU. Happy World Teachers Day. And we're going to go ahead and toss out over to Aaron on this very warm fall day. Aaron, what are we expecting?
Thank you, Claire. Good afternoon, BGSU. We are looking at a pretty normal week weather-wise this time of the year. Today and tomorrow, we are seeing perfect days. Both days we are going to see a high of 74 and some scattered clouds. However, on Friday, we will see the temperatures bottom out. Friday, we will see a high of only 53 and a low of 34. This will come with a strong probability of our first frost of the fall. We now look at Saturday when the Falcons take on the Buffalo Bulls. The high on Saturday will be on the cool side at 55 degrees, with a kickoff being at 53 degrees. A cool night will be in store after the game, beginning to follow up on the catastrophic Hurricane Ian in the Fort Myers area. There are reports of at least 109 casualties, with thousands still missing. I will continue to update that story on my Twitter at Aaron May BG24 as it continues to develop. Thank you, and back to you, Claire.
Thank you, Aaron. Check this out. President Rogers is getting into the fall spirit this week even. He took to campus this morning to pull the students out of their midterm slump. Rogers passed out free cinnamon rolls, coffee, and even hot chocolate in front of the Centrix building. We want to wish a good luck and best wishes to anyone taking exams this week.
And coming up, we're going to find out what's going on with the teams we love that call BGSU home.
Media allows anybody, regardless of their major, to kind of share their interests in a forum where they can be as professional or as relaxed as they want and really just make connections.
Through the radio, I was able to have my own radio show and talk about things that I want to talk about, and then I could also report and learn more about what's happening in the community with BG24. So it's kind of like a perfect mix of how can I use what I'm passionate about to serve the people around me.
But people who had similar goals and people I could learn from and feed off of and kind of expand, grow my tool belt, if you will, kind of learn from people who are going to school for the exact same thing I was.
Thought media is great. It allows people of all groups come together and make content. It allows them to explore their interests and give them valuable skills they can use out in the real field, especially if they have an interest for broadcast journalism or print journalism.
Welcome back to BG Today. I'm Jenna DeBlasi. The women's volleyball team advances to 9-6 on the season and 4-0 in the MAC after the weekend sweep over Ohio University. Petra Androva led the team in kills with 13, and Jaden Walls contributed her 6th double-double on the season. On Friday, the Falcons will head to Northern Illinois with first serve set for 7 p.m. This weekend, the BGSU men's soccer team fell to Georgetown 0-1. This is the 4th game that the Falcons lost by a 1-0 score this season. The Falcons are looking to bounce back this Thursday as they host the Akron Zips. Bowling Green's women's soccer team fell to Ball State 2-0 on Sunday. The Cardinals put 7 shots on goal compared to only 1 for the Falcons. Head coach Jimmy Walker says the Falcons need to find a way to stop giving away points.
the Toledo game, we gave 2 goals away in set pieces. Then we go into Western Michigan, giving another goal away in a set piece. And then today 2 goals in set pieces again. So we've given 5 goals away in set pieces out of the, I think it's 2, 4, 6 goals that we've given away. 5 of them have come off for set pieces. So we've got to really do a better job of that. And you know, this is where we're relying on everybody to group together. We need our leaders now to really embrace this team and show them the way. They've got the experience. I know we have as coaches, but a lot of this has got to come from the players too.
BGSU football advanced to 1-0 in the MAC with a 31-28 road victory at Akron. Matt McDonald would lead the offense, throwing for 247 yards and 3 touchdowns. Head coach Scott Leffler said that the key to the victory over Akron came down to McDonald.
Yeah, I thought sacking the quarterback and the turnovers were absolutely critical. And then I thought Matt, made a good read to CJ and it got tipped. And thought Matt played one of his better games. I really did. It was very mature. Last year he would have pulled the zone read, and it was just, he really played discipline. So I'm really, really happy with his performance.
As we head into week 6, let's take a look at the MAC East Division football standings. The Buffalo Bulls are at the top of the standings with a 2-0 record in conference play. Bowling Green and Kent State are tied for second, both 1-0 in the MAC. Miami, Ohio University, and Akron all fell behind last week, going 0-1 in their conference matchups. Rob Blake graduated from Bowling Green in 1990. From there, he went on to win 3 Stanley Cups. Today, the family continues to stay with the Falcon hockey team. Reporter Ben Shanahan sat down with new freshman defenseman Jack Blake to talk about his ties to Bowling Green.
Yeah, it was just, kind of fell in love with it just by watching my dad play. I just kind of watched him, and then he would always bring me to practices with him, or we would just skate on the ice together since a young age, and we just always watched it. So I just kind of fell in love kind of like that. It was never forced, but just kind of knew that it was something I was going to be able to do. I was about 3rd grade, so I want to say I was 9 or 10. Okay. He retired around then, and it was 2009, I think, 2010.
Okay.
Always the Kings. It was always the Kings, my favorite. That's kind of, he was on them the most, and then when he got traded to San Jose, it was the Sharks for a little bit, but that was back to the Kings when we moved back down to LA. It's hard to explain in a way, but it does. You feel it in some ways where it's just you got to live up to the name, and it's just big shoes to fill. But I've kind of had to deal with it my whole life, just kind of playing in LA because everybody knew the name, and then even when I went back to Toronto play juniors, it was just everybody knew who my dad was, and just I try not to think about it while I'm on the ice, even though obviously the other team will let me know. But it's just you just got to kind of do your thing, and hopefully one day I'm able to do kind of what he did.
You can see the full interview on the BG24 YouTube page later this week, and you can also catch the Falcon hockey home opener on Saturday, October 8th at 7:07 p.m. That's it for sports this week. Back to you, Brandon.
Thank you, Jenna. It's certainly nice to see the Blake family legacy continue on here in the orange and brown. As we wrap up this week's newscast, let's take a look at some upcoming events on campus and in the community. Tonight, the Music Industry Club hosts an open mic night. It features live music, comedy, poetry, all from 8 to 10 p.m. Tomorrow, Social House is hosting Festive Full. It's an event you don't want to miss from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Looking to know your county candidates? The League of Women Voters is hosting a candidates forum this Sunday at 2 p.m. It's at the Way Public Library in Perrysburg. You can register in person or view online. Thanks for watching BG Today. Follow us for the latest news on Twitter at BG24TV or find us on the web at bgfalconmedia.com.
And we'll be back October 19th with updates from around Bowling Green and Wood County. Have a good afternoon.